Bam, how's the adjustment going with the big lineup with Omer? And usually when you're in there, it's a switch everything. When Omer's in there, it's playing more drops. So what's sort of the hybrid feel when you're both in there?
Um, I mean, we got to play through it. It's growing pains at this point. You know, we've been at this lineup for what the training camp and today. Um, you know, so it's steps, it's building blocks, and you know, just I feel like all of it boils down to communication. Um, Once we start communicating and getting on the same flow and on the same page, I feel like it'll be a better look and a better feel for all of us.
Well, that was going to be my question. How important is that communication? Because Omer was saying that on the offensive end, to have the proper spacing, when one is in the paint, the other one kind of has to be out. Like, how much and how important is that communication, film work, and getting that right?
I mean, if we want this to work, you know, that's the number one thing for communication. um, you know, it's been a couple times where, you know, being a leader on this team, like, you know, O hasn't been in this system for 6 years. So it's on me to make sure we got the proper spacing. You know, making sure he's in his spot, so we can have cohesive triggers, and you know we can both benefit off that.
The big lineup is new and interesting, I'm sure, for everybody. But the other way that lineup looks with Caleb, has Caleb been anything but rock solid all through training camp? And
Man, you know, Caleb always holds down the fort. You know, I think. You know, at the end of the day, Caleb's one of the most reliable guys on the court. You know, when he's in, you know, you can rely on him to play defense, make shots. You know, switch 1 through 4, 1 through 5 if need be. So you know, I feel like he fits in. You know, he's been in this system long enough. He knows his role and he excels at it.
Ben, looking at your three-point shooting today was kind of stepping up into it. Yesterday was more pull-ups. Even going back to Pro-Am, it was a lot of pull-up threes the entire time. When you think of your potential as a three-point shooter, do you think of yourself as more of the rhythm pull-up threat, or is it kind of mixing and matching anyway?
Mixing and matching. You know, any way to get an open shot. You know, today it was an open trail. You know, tomorrow or was it Wednesday? It might be a pull-up. It just varies. You know, you've seen both in my game, obviously, so just keep building from that.
Can you sort of just explain what the difference is defensively for you when you're playing center versus when you're next to Omer and he's at center and you're kind of at that 4 spot, and how it changes for you, your assignments and your approach on defense?
When O's in the game and I'm in the game, it's more so we're sending the defense the offense to O. I mean, he's 7-1, and then you know you have me help side, so and then you'll have Jimmy and Kyle, and then you know you have guys that make plays on the defensive end. So when O's in the game, we want him to be 7 feet, we want him to try to block everything, you know, and it's our job to have his back when he does try that. You know, when he's out the game and I'm at center, it's 1 through 5 switch. You know, I feel like has been what we do since I really started playing. So just having those two dynamics, you know, just seeing it on the court, reading it, and just you know reacting. I feel like as we get going to this season, we'll get better, and it'll look more in sync. Black Lives Matter, people.